Newport is a small town in Maine that many would like to call the middle of nowhere. It's home to a little over 3,000 people and is a great spot for all your favorite outdoor activities. Water skiing, snowmobiling, hiking, hunting, fishing, you name it. Newport, Maine's got it, baby. But why the hell am I spewing on about a little old town in Maine? Just so happens that there's a kid who lives there that's revolutionizing the game of basketball. His name is Cooper Flagg, and I'm gonna just give you a little warning. He's pretty damn good. So what exactly is it that makes the number one player in the nation, regardless of class, just so damn good? In this video, we're going to take a deeper dive into the things that Cooper does that make him such a special basketball player and has got NBA GMs foaming at the mouth for that number one overall pick in 2025. So when we look at Cooper's game offensively, the biggest thing that stands out is his ability to get downhill. What separates him the most here is the combination of his size, ball handling, and athleticism. So Cooper doesn't have the craziest ball on a string type handle, but he's great at changing speeds and changing directions using crosses, behind the back, spins, etc., which is pretty damn impressive at 6'9". This gets the defender off balance, which Cooper takes advantage of and attacks that hip. And his combination of size, vertical athleticism, and length allow him to capitalize on that advantage once he creates it. And similar to a guy like Luka Doncic, he utilizes two very underrated aspects of athleticism: physicality and body control. Let's take a look at exactly how Cooper puts all these things together. So the start of this clip is a perfect example of the change of pace we were talking about. Cooper patiently lets the play develop on the right side here. This allows him to get his defender off balance without even making a move. As soon as his defender starts to try to get over that screen, Cooper accelerates the opposite direction. Now as our boy's trying to play catch-up, Cooper stops on a dime and attacks the space the other way. Now when we pause it, we can see that Cooper's created a nice gap for himself to drive through. Now here's where the length and body control comes into play. Swims it over his head, nobody can get there, you're too small. Stays on balance somehow and finishes that at the rim. It's marvelous. So in this clip, his defender makes the mistake of trying to pick him up super high. One quick crossover, we're by. Boom, blood in the water right here. Sensing this defender's trying to play catch up, we're just going to spin right off. Where this defender's going to step in and piss his leg trying to take this charge. But Cooper decides to put the youth of America first and uses some unbelievable body control to just euro around our boy and finish at the rim. But number 3 is an ungrateful little bastard and doesn't appreciate the fact that his life was just spared. So he decides to sit on the floor and pout like a little bit. Here Cooper says, "You're way too small, please get off me. How do my nuts taste?" This is another great showing just how skilled he is for his size. This is a great combination of moves into this little spinning floater. Cooper's also a bit of an amphibian. Again, impressive how he stays on balance here, but watch the difficult finish with the offhand. Love that. And here's just another great example of his body control. Look at this difficult finish after he initiates that contact. Now with Cooper's skill and athleticism, there's a bunch of different ways in which he can take you to Boomtown. You gamble right there and you're just purchasing a first-class ticket. And I love how many ways Cooper's been convincing people to visit the city. He's a fantastic salesman, and this little pump fake right here is one of his favorite pitches. And he's very convincing. This guy's a tough customer. He doesn't really want to go, like he's fighting it. But then in the end, Cooper convinces him, you got to go to Boomtown. And there must be a coupon code for playing sorry-ass defense because this is just a pitiful effort right here. But nevertheless, Cooper's great at reading the room and capitalizes on that. And with one of Boomtown's best employees, Ja Wick, currently on unpaid leave, Cooper tries to step up, and this man just narrowly avoids visiting in a body bag. And this is one that I don't even think our boy Ja could do right here. Even attempting this is heinous. Off balance, off the glass, to yourself through traffic is different. And so even if this was all Cooper could do offensively, he would still be a matchup nightmare just for the fact that he can move and handle the ball so well for his size, similar like a Ben Simmons in high school. But unlike Ben, he's got a very promising shooting stroke as well. It's definitely not his strongest suit, as he's never really shot a great percentage. He only shot about 32% this EYBL season, and even worse than that last year in high school basketball. But mechanically, his shot's pretty sound, and the fact that defenders have to respect it makes his driving ability just so much more dangerous. One, it makes them just play up and have to guard him tighter, which allows them to drive by, but it also makes them have to respect his head fakes, which he's super adept at utilizing. Part of what's promising about Cooper's shooting too is he's making some really difficult shots. He's great at creating opportunities for himself and then isn't afraid to pull the trigger. And honestly, this is a big thing that I love about him as a prospect. He's got that tough shot making ability that you're looking for in superstars these days. And it's a big reason why I'm not too concerned about his percentage. Let's take a deeper glance at Cooper's stroke. Alright, so let's see what Cooper does here. So first of all, this is a nice move. The behind the back straight into the between the legs. Creates a little bit of separation, but the defender does a good job of keeping up, and then Cooper just elevates right over the top. Athleticism, again, he's got pretty good lift on his jump shot, but he's also just too long. Same thing in this clip. Cooper doesn't even really try to create separation, he just kind of rises up over him. I love this one. He does a great job of trying to create space with the handle here, but the defender does a good job staying in front, so Cooper just uses length and elevates over him. It's beautiful. Again, look at the confidence here from a 32% three-point shooter. In transition, pull up in your face. Yes, please. And again, if you just sit down and watch these shots from a mechanical point of view, it's easy to imagine that this guy is a potentially mid to high 30s to even 40% three-point shooter. And again, he's not one-dimensional. I was emphasizing the pull-ups, but look at how smooth he looks on these catch and shoots as well. Again, super smooth, ripping the net like it's wrapping paper. Merry freaking Christmas, folks. And we talked earlier about his use of the head fake to get to the rim, but look how brilliantly he uses it on his jump shot as well. He's super adept at sensing when his defender is going to jump and then stepping through and hitting this low mid-range. It's another crazy showing of his skill and IQ for his size. And he sells this so hard, our defender actually thinks that he's a bird for a second. Watch as he flaps his wings like a beautiful eagle. He's also great at using his jumper to punish shorter defenders. His physicality comes into play here again, as he just uses his body to create a little bit of separation, and has a nice little fadeaway that he goes to. It's too long for a lot of guards, and they can't contest that. And the one area where Cooper's jump shot really shines is the mid-range. He's got fantastic footwork using both the 1-2 going left or right. This is something that I think could benefit him going forward, as we've seen a bit of a resurgence of the mid-range jump shot, particularly from superstar level players. A lot of guys who are scoring at an elite level these days, like Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, SGA, even De'Aaron Fox, have been relying on the mid-range jumper for a large chunk of their points night in, night out. I think that this could be a real weapon of Cooper's as he continues to rise to superstardom. And as much as I love to watch Cooper pour in buckets, I think that my favorite part of his game may be his passing. And the fact that I'm so infatuated by Cooper's passing ability is definitely a little bit unorthodox, because he's not really a guy that's going to blow you away by pulling off some miraculous highlight passes out of thin air. But there's an insatiable beast inside of me that just loves seeing winning basketball plays, and Cooper feeds that beast on a regular basis. He's constantly making the simple passes that lead to winning basketball games. Let's take a look. This right here, folks, is the exact type of play that really gets me going. Cooper does absolutely nothing too special here. He's just patient, backs down his defender, waits for the right play to come to him. And as he sees Boozer step up from the weak side after he spins off, he's immediately going to fire this thing off to the corner. And this is a great rule of thumb for anybody that wants to make winning basketball plays. If you see chest from that weak side defender, somebody's going to be open, give the ball up. In this case, Cooper just makes a simple pass, heads the opposite corner, and his brother hits that wide open three. Again, not the flashiest play, but it's one that will win you basketball games, and one that not everybody's willing to make. Alright, we got a pop quiz today in our class called Winning Basketball 101. If you're Mr. Flagg here, and you're running the break with a wide open teammate ahead of you, what are you supposed to do? We've got two options here. We can give it up and kick that thing ahead to our teammate, or here's 3 seconds to ponder your decision. If you answered B, awfully suspicious based on how that's worded, and unfortunately also incorrect from a basketball standpoint, go do us all a favor and stare in the mirror for a little while. It's time to figure your life out. As you can see, Cooper shows us the right play here is just to give the ball up, results in an easy 2 points for his teammate, and again shows the power of a simple basketball play. And I really love how efficient of a decision maker Cooper is in transition, due to the fact that he rebounds at such a high level. And this is a guy that averaged 13 boards a game during a historic Peach Jam run. And in general, Cooper's just an incredibly unselfish teammate. He'll frequently pass up a good shot to get a great shot. This clip right here is a great example. He's got a wide open jump shot, but at the last second, he sees that he's got a teammate that's a better shooter than he is, wide open for a three, and dishes it off for a higher percentage look. You don't see things like that too often from the number one player in the nation. I remember when I said earlier that Cooper doesn't make flashy passes? Well, he clearly heard me, because this right here is a work of art. Love that behind the back. Sensing the double and flicking that thing off. Beautiful. Here's another great example of the C chest rule. Cooper drives and boom, right here. Sees chest, immediately dumps it off. Somebody's open. Here's some more proof for the C chest rule in case anybody still doesn't believe. Alright, we're setting it up nice and slow. Into this behind the back here. And then we're driving, and then boom. The moment of recognition, folks. Cooper sees chest and immediately realizes that his man is open for the 3 in the corner. And that's every white shooter's dream, is getting kick-out passes like that. Here's another one for the real skeptics out there. Blink and you'll miss it. 24 comes up, sees chest. Boom. Easy dump down. Layup. Beautiful basketball, fellas. That's just a gorgeous play by Coop. Long rebound, took to myself. You're too little. Look up the court, see my teammate, lob it up there for me. Gotta finish that with some authority. 5-2. Come on, baby. This is just great field. You want to gamble? Cooper says, I'll roll the dice. Easy dunk. Now this last one's a real treat. Look at the game sense, the recognition, the feel. Whatever name you put on it, this is a beautiful play by Cooper. Knowing where his teammate is and delivering the pass on target. And shout out to 52 for redeeming himself in back-to-back clips. Now the last area of Cooper's game that we're going to break down is definitely my favorite and may just be his best. As good as he is offensively, as we've clearly seen, that might not even be his strong suit. The dude is a generational shot blocker, and standing at only 6'9", is an impressive feat. I mean, the dude drops 10-plus block games as casually as I drop a deuce. It's unreal. And honestly, there's not a whole lot for me to break down here, because I'm still not really quite sure how he does it. I mean, the timing, sure. The athleticism, obviously. But there's plenty of guys who are taller, more athletic, longer arms, that just don't have the knack to swat that shit away like Coop does. And now let's spectate together as Cooper crushes hopes and dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves up 2 points. 10.2 seconds remaining on the game clock. If you are on the Man United basketball team, you have to find a way to stop the ball from going in the hole. If you're number 5 in white, dribbling the basketball down the lane with a chance to tie the game, you find the slightest dribble of pee running down your leg. As a mixture of excitement and fear creep into the system, you drive, you gather, you've got a pretty good look. This is what dreams are made of, you're a hero. Until you see Cooper Flagg soar in like a majestic white eagle and pin your shit against the glass. You need to start rubbing genies if you want that wish to come true. Because Cooper's not having it. Big time play by a big time player right there. And unfortunately, folks, that's all we got for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Cooper's game. Kid really is the real deal. He's got just about everything you could ever want in a basketball player, which is typically more or less the goal. I'm excited to see if Cooper will live up to the hype, because I think he will. And I wish nothing but the best for the kid putting Newport, Maine on the map. So take care, Coop, and take care everybody watching this as well. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.